Is one kind of Girl Scout cookies really better for you than all the others? This kind of stuff drives me crazy. So recently I've seen an article or two floating around talking about Girl Scout cookies, ranking them in their healthfulness, which ones are better for you, which ones are worse, that whole sort of thing. And honestly, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And look, I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus or anything like that, but this sort of thing just, it drives me crazy because it's like, why are we ranking cookies? Can't we just eat a cookie and enjoy it? I mean, they're cookies. We know what role a cookie plays in our overall diet. It's not something that's gonna be packing a huge nutritional punch, but I mean, it tastes good, it's fun, and it's something that you can fit into a balanced, healthy lifestyle. But here we find ourselves in this place where we want to micromanage our food and micromanage our nutrition. So we're gonna line up all the Girl Scout cookies and we're gonna rank them and we're gonna figure out, you know, this one's better because it has fewer calories. So there's 4 cookies in a serving instead of 3. So that means it's better. Or this one has less fat or less sugar or more this or more that or whatever. And really, I think it's not helpful, 1, and 2, I think it can actually do some harm. Because not only is this whole thing about ranking cookies ridiculous, I mean, a cookie is just a cookie. Know it for what it is, love it for what it is, enjoy it for what it is, and move on with your life. But also, I think it plays into a lot of these things, a lot of these diety things that have become so commonplace in the overall culture. For one, it takes the enjoyment out of food. When you're picking a Girl Scout cookie to purchase or to eat, it should be about the one that you really love. It shouldn't be about whichever one has the magic ingredient or doesn't have the evil ingredients or whatever. It should be about what you enjoy. Because like I said, they're all cookies, so just pick the one that you like. It's totally pointless in my view to eat this cookie over here because it's somehow better, even though it's not better. Food is just food, but you know, that's what these ranking things are telling us, that this one is better if you don't like it or you don't enjoy it. I also think it plays into this idea that we can't know how much food we need, and you know, especially with something like desserts, if we just have it and we don't have rules or guidelines, that we will just eat an unlimited amount and keep eating until we're sick and beyond when we're sick, and we're just gonna have this total binge thing happen, when really that doesn't have to be the case. And I would argue that having a diet mentality actually promotes those unhealthy binges, because I've talked about before, I've talked about the pendulum, you know, we're over here, restrict, 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 no, 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 and then we come all the way over to the other side, and neither of those are a healthy place to be. What we want to be is be in the place where, you know, there aren't good and bad foods. We know where the foods fall as far as what they give our body, what we get out of them, which foods are our favorites, which ones we just kind of like, okay, all that kind of stuff. And then we can make choices based on taking care of ourselves. Because when you can come from that place of taking care of yourself, then you don't have that swinging back and forth. You're just in this nice place where you can kind of hang out, and these foods don't have this power or this control that a lot of people see. I mean, I think that's why people want to know, well, how many should I have, and like which one is lower in calories or whatever. It's because they feel like they can't be in charge of that themselves and know what their body needs and listen to their body, so they need someone else to tell them. And it's not easy, but it is possible. I mean, speaking from personal experience, I have been in that place before where I felt like certain foods had this power over me, you know, where I couldn't control myself, or, you know, I had to have rules to keep me in line, or if it was, you know, there and someone offered it, I wasn't gonna think about did I need it or whatever. The answer was always yes, of course I wanted it. It's, you know, this food, and I'm gonna say yes every single time. But once I started working through all this stuff and getting back in touch with my hunger cues and my fullness cues, and really paying attention to what my body needs at this moment and how can I take care of myself and all that kind of stuff, it broke that whole thing apart for me, and it let me be in this place now where I don't feel like those foods have this power or control. And I think a perfect example of this is actually a Girl Scout cookie example. So Jason was at work and someone brought in Girl Scout cookies, and so he got a couple for me and brought them home, which I was super appreciative of because I like Girl Scout cookies. You know, dietitians like desserts too, if you didn't know. And so he brought them home, and I wasn't really feeling it right now. I was like, I'm not really in the mood for that. So I put it in a little container and put it up on top of the fridge. That's kind of where we keep our snacky type foods, chips or cookies or anything like that. If we have them, that's kind of their location in the kitchen. And I still haven't had one. And it's not because I'm like trying not to and I'm holding on white knuckle, or like I'll let myself have one once this happens or that happens. It's nothing to do with that. It's just like I haven't really felt the desire for one. I'm just not in the mood for it right now, and I know it's there, and I know I can have it when I want it and when I feel like that's, you know, what I want, but I don't feel like I have to have it or I'm fighting against it or anything like that. And that is an awesome feeling. And the way we get to that place is by getting out of the diet mentality, getting rid of this like ranking cookies and all this kind of stuff, and you know, just coming to a place where we can listen to our body, know what our body needs, and also know what we can do to take care of our body in each moment. And it's something that takes practice, and it's something that takes some work, but it's totally worth it. And also, if you're out there thinking, you know, what about health and all this kind of stuff? You're a dietitian, aren't you supposed to care about health? Yes, I 100% care about health, and that's why I became a dietitian. But what I would give you to kind of think about or roll around in your head is that health, one, is more than just the physical. It also has to do with the mental, and those things go together. And that also the way to be truly healthy is not to be in this swing back and forth pendulum situation. It's to be in that place where food doesn't have power control over you, and you can enjoy a fresh tomato out of the garden just the same way as you can enjoy a cookie. And you know, that's something we can talk about more, and I feel like this is a topic I can just talk more and more about endlessly because there's so much to talk about, but that's kind of the first step, I think, for kind of thinking about this stuff and figuring it out for yourself. And let me know in the comments, what do you think about this kind of stuff? I want to know your thoughts. Also, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie, because I feel like that's relevant here. For me, it's a Samoa, or for some of you, you might know that as a Caramel Delight, depending on where you live in the country, but that's my favorite. Bonus, Jason's favorite is a Thin Mint, so now you know a little bit more about us if you want to buy us Girl Scout cookies, I guess. But also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you are new here and you want more healthy eating tips and nutrition info and healthy recipes and all that good stuff, then make sure that you subscribe, because eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle, it doesn't have to be complicated, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And if you're loving the free info here, but you're finding that you need something more personalized, don't forget that I do offer one-on-one nutrition coaching and counseling. So if you're interested in working with me, just let me know and we can get that set up for you. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.